Gandalf, Magneto, the crippled guy from the Da Vinci Code. You know, with a resume like that, it's no wonder Sir Ian McKellen is not only a world-renowned actor, but a certified geek god, just like
Seriously,
you.
He has a framed certificate in his house. I've seen it. He's all over the movie screens this summer, folks, but still somehow he found some time to chat with me. It's really sweet of him. Take a look.
Oh.
It was with great trepidation and awe that I sat down with the knighted legend himself.
I love your beard.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I've tried very hard, as you can see. It's kind of the summer of Sir Ian. Da Vinci Code and X-Men 3 both coming out. Are you worried about beating yourself at the box office at all?
No, but in London, where I live, the posters are now up for the movies, and at the end of my street, actually, there's a huge Ian McKellen, and I thought, well, poor old Tom Hanks hasn't made it onto this poster, and then I realised it was for X-Men 3, and there was Wolverine crawling in round the corner, but I'm afraid that may be because the two performances in both films are identical, and you know, it's just McKellen by the yard people are buying. I don't know.
In the Da Vinci Code, Ian plays Sir Lee Teabing, a Grail historian who turns out to be a... Oh, wait a second. 3 of you haven't read the book, and I'm not going to spoil it for you.
What can an old cripple do for you?
With regard to Da Vinci Code, I know you've been asked about the controversy. What's your perspective on it? Is the church, you know, a giant conspiracy-ridden bureaucracy, or is this a good thing and it's just a tool of God?
Well, I think really the person to ask these questions is Dan Brown. Is he writing about the factual situation of the Roman Catholic Church vis-a-vis its own history? Probably not. But is he trying to tell some truth as opposed to some facts? Yes, I think he is.
Witness the biggest cover-up in human history.
But more importantly for us, McKellen returns this summer as the villainous but somewhat sympathetic Magneto in X-Men 3, The Last Stand.
Who will you stand with?
Now, between the X-Men movies and Lord of the Rings, you've sort of, I don't know if anybody's told you this might be news, but you've sort of sealed your fate as a geek icon.
Well, I don't suppose there's an actor alive who doesn't hope that his work is going to be seen by people, and the more people, the better. So that if you land up in a movie seen by millions of people across the globe, that is an achievement that doesn't happen very often to an actor, and when it does, is all the sweeter. But it's not something you can necessarily plan for.
So, as you know, the fans are in quite an uproar, and it's not over spoilers and plot points and characters that are going to be seen. It's over Ratner versus Singer. So maybe you can put it all to rest right now. Who is the better of the two?
I can reassure them on that. Brett is not taking X-Men into a new direction. He's not doing a Tim Burton on it. So he was constantly referring back to the previous movies and knew them, I think, better than anybody who'd been in the films. I'm sure he would like to feel it's his movie and it arrives with all his natural ebullience and enthusiasm, etc. But the style is very much one that Bryan Singer has established.
So, you have talents.
He tried his best to reassure me, but what he said next sent chills down my nerdy little spine.
But you say that they're going to be shocked.
By the plot, yes, absolutely.
You want to, if you can...
Well, what happens to Jean Grey? What happens to Cyclops? I could stop there, but what happens to Mystique? What happens to Professor X? What happens to Magneto? Dreadful things happen to them.
Is that as detailed as we get?
Yes.
All right. Do you have to be in a theater to get affected by the movie? I hate to switch gears, but I want to, because people are talking about the decline of the box office. You know, the theater owners are in a panic. They're all scared. You still are moved by movies.
Yes, and I don't want to see movies on a small screen. And by a small screen, I would say one the size of this wall. I want a big screen. That's the point. And I don't like going to in the afternoon when I'm there on my own. I want to see a movie with a lot of other people. That's the point.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
It's a pleasure.
And when you head to the nearest big screen to catch this summer's most anticipated movies, chances are you'll be seeing Sir Ian's face.
Do I even need to remind you that Sir Ian will be shaking a villainous fist in the Da Vinci Code? Very much so, like that. Da Vinci Code is out May 19th, and X-Men: The Last Stand. He's going to be a bad guy in that as well, May 26th.